Hello everybody and welcome back to One Hub Racing. We are here for another Friday night in 2019, and of course alongside me in the commentary box is the one and only former One Hub Racing winner Sean. Welcome along, and looking forward to round 12. Can you believe it? Season 12, round 12. Where does the time fly?
I need to take a sip of my beer. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix, otherwise known as Magyar Napodic. This beautiful street track always provides, great racing and, always some entertaining races. And yes, Nick, it's already round 12. Oh, wait, hold on here. Dainstar is disqualified for blocking the pit lane.
What on earth has happened there? He's reversing now into... Did he stop at the end of the pit lane or something?
Yeah,
but his car is
just aboard with White Eagle. I was on board with White Eagle and he just stopped. I don't know if he had something wrong with his setting, or maybe a controller or wheel, something, I don't know. Already, wow, yeah, that's...
Well, we were just saying off air, the 69 points he has lead in the Drivers' Championship. 9 races to go, there's still a lot of points on the board. But Sean, that's not the way he's going to want to start. A track that is notoriously difficult for overtaking.
Yes, it is sometimes just called the Monaco without the barriers. Because very little overtaking spots, and with the high wings the drivers are kind of running, you're not getting a lot of top speed. So, the drivers it's just like Monaco, qualifying is key. And Dainstar, yeah, I cannot say like what he did, so we can't really, just complain around that much. But if it is something that was out of his force, then yeah, he couldn't do anything. But
yeah, it's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So he's just saying on the chat, his wheel turned off and he got disqualified.
Oh no.
So that's absolutely heartbreak. I've had that before in a race, Sean, where my wheel just decides to disconnect. It's like the most painful thing. There's nothing you can do. And yeah, he's going to be starting in 17th place.
But if your wheel is turned off, I think, doesn't the car go in like in IA mode just instantly?
Possibly, but maybe the position that he was on track, it just took a while to take over, and obviously the game thought he was blocking the pit lane, which obviously he clearly wasn't.
Wow.
And yeah, not a way to start. Not a way to start here tonight.
Outside the pit lane. And yeah, I have no words for it. Just, I mean, it gets now really tasty in qualifying, because with the likes of CXY and now Jorrit, second in the standings, you can now gain some big positions now for this qualifying session.
He definitely can, and of course this track played host to our annual qualifying night, which determined the tiers for all of our drivers at One Hub Racing. So it'll be interesting to see, how their pace has improved from that point. But Ray's out the first man to set a lap time, and we've got an interesting strategy choice here, because it's one of those tracks like Germany, Sean, where we'd expect the drivers to start on the 2 slower compounds so that they can still one-stop the race. If they start on the quickest ultra soft, it will be difficult to one-stop unless there's rain in the race, of course.
It's actually impossible to do the one-stop, even with the ultras, because, it is even worse with the tire temps than Spain. So, and CXO goes with the soft tires at 173, so a good bank lap time. But yeah, the ultras are not the tires you don't want to start. Then you are forced to do a choose. And D-Boy Dan has...
What's happened to him?
I don't know where on track it was.
We'll have to have a look and see if we can find out. But just hearing that there is rain in the race, light rain in the race. Rain. So, Sean, that's really going to throw up a mix into qualifying, because obviously they'll be able to run that ultra soft tire and try and go as quick as they can. Just riding on board with Jamie twice there. He's touched the grass a little bit. His back end slips out through the chicane. But Nick on a qualifying lap as well at the moment. So a few drivers out there on the softer compound, but if it is raining in the race, Sean, surely we'd expect them to start on that ultra soft if it's going to start in wet weather conditions.
Yeah, but I think if Jesse said that rain is now light rain in the race, but if it is like from the start, then you have to go to the soft. But if it's like mid-race, then I think it's better to just start on the salsa, in my opinion. Because if it's like mid-race, let's say one lap 15 or so, you can easily stretch those soft tires, you know, easily. So
yeah, of course, if you don't know when it's going to rain, so it's always better to start on a harder compound. Nick's going to come across the line now. What's it going to be? Enough sixth position, 117.6. So yeah, the talking point already tonight is Danestar disqualified from this session after his wheel disconnected. He'll have to recovery drive here today for him.
I think so, but you know, even you know, he's like a good quality driver, but still, you know, it's Hungary as well, you know, and you know, it's always narrow, you know. So if he gets into the points, that would be very satisfied for him. But yeah, I also had that thing, you know, in league racing as well, you know, but not to have a wheel turn off, but I had to wait for cars, because otherwise I would block the quali laps and the game just also disqualified me. So you know, it's all those feelings, you know, it's just, you know, it's just anger, you know. So I think that anger, I think Danes is building that anger. Maybe it will help him towards fighting back into the points.
Yeah, one of the questions in the pre-race interview this week, Sean, was asked how patient do you have to be, you know, when overtaking a car, and on this game in particular. And I think that it was interesting to read some drivers saying, no, you got to go for it when the opportunity arises. Others saying you need to be careful. Others saying, no, it's better just to wait for the perfect opportunity. And I wonder if we'll see Danestar. What tactic will he employ here tonight as he has to make his way from 17th on the grid, last place, around a track that is very difficult to overtake, Sean?
Yeah, but I think knowing Danestar, you know, I think if you see just a little gap, you know, and you know, let's say it is in turn 1 or turn 2, you know, then you just gonna go for it, you know. I mean, sure, you have to wait for the perfect opportunity, but you know, this track has like little, so if you see just a gap, you know, just go for it, you know. But if it just has little touch, then yeah, so be it, you know. So there's like little opportunities you can overtake. So if he sees one gap, you know, and it is affordable to do dive on or just a cheeky move, then I would go for that.
The battle last week out between Jorrit and CXY was obviously fantastic to watch, Sean. Yeah. You know, in that those weather conditions, so tricky, but they were going side by side pretty much the whole lap around Germany. And if anyone wants to see how it's done, head over to our previous stream videos. You can catch it there. It's also on the Podium Tier Season 12 playlist. But Boji, welcome to the Podium Tier. He's new for this race, and he'll be driving in the Williams for the rest of the season, alongside Razor, who of course is a race winner here at One Hub Racing, as Liam now sets the fastest lap of the race, and you can already see the top 6 on Ultrasofts. It's kind of telling us something.
CXY was on the soft, yeah. Never mind. Oh, shoot, I think that's a Mercedes just narrowly avoiding CXY on this lap, but he's now on the Ultras. So I don't know, is that for a quick hot lap or is actually gonna rain just at the start of the race? So interesting. Even though he said at a lap time on the soft, so the question is, will he back out before the finish line or just gonna set like a blistering lap time on those Ultras?
Yeah, well, have to wait and see. Strict corner cutting here, so drivers need to be careful of, you know, some of the corners. Gaz are getting out of the way of CXY, and since he joined the league, I believe in France, round 8, he's been on pole position every time since. So this man in the Ferrari knows what it takes to extract everything out of the car when it comes to one lap. And you know, he's not always falling down. He has, you know, been on the podium pretty much every race since that. So not only does he have the one lap hot pace, he has the consistency to challenge for the championship. What could have been if he'd started the season with us, Sean?
Yeah, I really wonder what is going to happen, but you know, of course, you're going to look back into the future, so, or look back, so, you know, this, but I think, oh, he's actually setting a very good lap time on the Ultras, so, I think, you're going to get rain already at the start of the race.
Yeah, I think that's definitely right. You got Jonas has done a decent lap time there on his soft tire, in 6th place at the moment, so that's a pretty good time. Let's check out our new driver across the line. Quicker improves on that set of soft tyre. His teammate is just behind him on a lap on Ultrasofts, and Razor, one of the most experienced driver on this grid at One Hub Racing, one of the most experienced in the entire league. So it's fantastic to see him, you know, continuing on being a hardcore fan, and putting in the seasons and races after races. And let's follow him through the final section of this tight and twisty Budapest track.
Let's see, wait, I'm not lost track, where is he?
Just exiting the last corner now, he's going to come across the line, and he must have invalidated because it was slower.
Oh man. Yeah, but he's a very experienced driver, and I think, even if he goes into his 50s and league still is and there goes Jorrit.
And look at that lap time. Even quicker
56,
than CXY's, of course, to take provisional pole at the top. And he's a man that, you know, is going to be he's been on brilliant form recently. He's second in the standings, and surely he's going to see this as a big opportunity to cut that 69-point lead that Danestar has down even further.
Yeah, but I think he must not be too overexciting, because, you know, he sees now that Danestar is now in 70th place, but you know, if you're too excited, you know, then you're also gonna make mistakes by yourself, and maybe things go wrong. But
Buffy Dweller goes third. I think it's just a car slowing down. Jamie's on a hot lap at the moment, coming through the final sector.
He's going to the pits,
and he's gonna box. So he's calling it a day there.
Who is also on the lap?
Buffy Dweller's gone even quicker in the first sector, I believe. Yeah.
1/10 is quicker, but his ERS is just ridiculously low. So I don't know if he's even gonna make that out.
And he spins it. And Sean, I haven't spoken about that corner, but that curb is absolutely lethal.
That is dangerous. That is indeed lethal, and it's even more lethal than, you know, some. Not gonna make a joke. Anyway, and he just drifts all around. But yeah, that corner, even on the 2017 game, if you touch that curb, you're gone. But I mean, I must say one compliment to Bud Dweller. I mean, that was some fantastic 360, by the way. So
it definitely was. And here we are. Hello to Harris, who's joining us on the stream. And a Driller Doc on a lap. He went flying last time out in Germany, his first race with us at One Hub Racing, and ended up trying to play high five with the helicopter camera. But here he is coming into the pits, and he was doing he had qualified in 4th on his debut, you know, and he comes into the pits behind Buffy Dweller, and he was on for a good race result. He fell down the order at the start, but no one could have predicted him flying high, as they say, pardon the pun. But Gaza now out on a lap through turn 4. That's one of the corners you need to be careful not to run too wide, or the game will invalidate your lap time.
Yeah, and even now, so with the curb, you know, it's just lethal, you know, also. If you just hit that curb, you know, your car just going, you know, just towards, you know, the outside of the curb. And even if you slow down more than 50 kilometers an hour, you're still going invalid lap time. So turn 4, I think, is just maybe the most hardest corner I think there is on this track. So if you can nail that corner, I think, you know, you gain most of the time there. Just if you nail it right, then your lap's gonna be perfect. If you don't, then it is a real struggle to even gain back that lost time. But I think so far it looks pretty decent.
Riding on board with Gaza, he's just coming to complete his lap time. He was absent the last couple of races. He jumps into 6th position, and Red Bull have a 107-point lead in the constructors, but the Ferrari and Mercedes behind are only separated by 2 further points. So it is definitely catchable, that constructors, you know, with 43 points available per team per race. You have to say that that is definitely a constructors challenge that could go on, particularly with CXY's form. You know, Jonas, he's sitting up there in the standings, 3rd place at the moment. So it has to be said, it's definitely on the cards to go towards the wire.
Yeah, I mean, 107 points, you know, it sounds a lot, but let's say only Gazman can score points tonight. Danestar is it, and Jorrit and Nick finishing in the top 5, you know, that cut is just, it's gonna reduce a lot, so it's still all to play for, in my opinion, you know. And even with the driver's standing, just 69 points, Danestar to Jorrit, I think we're still gonna have a fantastic battle for the championship, you know. Even if CXY gets good results, I think the gap is too big, I think, for him, you know, to make a significant change. So we all have to see that, as he currently is on the lap right now. But yeah, I think still all to play for, even though we are 12 rounds into this season.
Yeah, we definitely are, and Hungary, a notoriously difficult track. If you make one mistake, Sean, the corners.
Oh, shit, right.
What's happened?
Just right. He caught out in turn 4 and just spun and almost hit the wall there, but he saves it. But if he wants to qualify on the Ultras, I think that's not really the tire you now want to start on, considering... Oh wait, no, it's raining in the race, never mind. Complete. Ignore everything what I said. Ignore, please. I'm a Dutchman, but still not good with words.
Yeah, I was just saying this is one of the tracks, if you make a mistake at one corner, the corners come so quickly between each other that it's really hard to, get the car back into optimum, tire temperature and get the tires working correctly. And if you have any damage, this is not a track you want to be running through the middle sector with a part missing from your front wing.
No, this is also like a lever track, missing a front wing. That's, you're gonna even hold up the drivers like so much, then they really not gonna like you. Guaranteed. Let's see. Oh, alright. I think George is now coming towards a lap, I think. Is he gonna start him? Yeah, I think he's gonna start a lap time. And if Jamie's also currently on a lap.
Jamie's just popped it into 3rd position on that latest lap, so...
Wow. That was good.
Yeah, so that was a good lap from him. He was feeling confident. Can he go even quicker? He's quicker in the first sector by almost half a temp. So let's give Jamie some airtime in his Haas. The only Haas here tonight. And let's see, he doesn't have much ERS left. But what can he do?
Hopefully he can do, but it looks like it's going pretty stable. He's a little bit above, but still a very good exit. But yeah, he needs to save all of his ERS. Hopefully, air in the sector going towards lean or something, because
he's still slightly quicker.
He's still going even quicker. Look at this, but I think 15th. I don't know, but he really can, secure 3rd place if he can even improve his lap time by just a tenth or two.
Nice exit through that corner, nice line. Can he nail the final sector? Get on the power nice and early, keep it tight. Run it wide, straight as you can. DRS needs to be open, and no, he lost it all in that final sector. Joritz.
He went a little bit too deep in the last corner. He went too deep in that corner. You have to be a little bit wide there in order to have gain the momentum.
So CXY won't be on pole. He's in the pits and currently in 2nd. So Jorit is just starting a hot lap now. Buffy Dweller jumps up to 3rd with his last attempt. What about Boji? He's finished. Nick, what can Nick do in the Mercedes? He's slightly slower.
Oof. Can he make it?
He improved slightly.
Oh, wait, he improved, yeah.
Rex is retired from the session. What about Liam? He was up on provisional pole earlier in the session. Looking tidy.
Oh, that's a very good corner by Jordan, but he's still currently slower. So, if you can improve, then it will be. But Botwell still hit at the curb in turn 5.
Liam's on for a good one here, I think. I could be wrong, but it's looked tidy from when I've watched him as he exits the final corner. Hello to everyone watching. What can Liam do as he crosses the line? He improves, but stays 7th. His teammate's doing good in 8th position. And who's that? Aduladox popped it up in 3rd as he crosses the line. Wow. So in his 2nd race, doing fantastically well. Jorit's backed off. He is slower. That's Jonas popping it up now into the top 5, knocking Jamie down to 6th. So incredibly close there as the session came to a close. And yeah, if you look at the top 7, it's 9/10 of a second.
It's still 9 seconds, yeah. 9 tenths, not 9 seconds. Yeah, and very good job by Aldrilo. I'm so sorry for your name. But yeah, 2nd race, 3rd place, just well done to him, and also to Boji. 1st race and 7th place, just well done by him.
Alrighty, well, that is your qualifying session for round 12. This is the Podium tier course racing every Friday night at 7 PM. And Sean, let's give everyone watching a rundown of these results. We know we've got rain in the race, but yeah, let's have a look. Liam just saying his DRS broke at the start of his lap, wow. So that's obviously
unfortunately.
Yeah, he still improved, so that just shows you, perhaps he had a lot more time on the cards. But 10th of a second, Jorit takes pole. Run us through it.
Jorit takes pole with a good lap time. CXY not on pole this time, so that's the first. Adrilo in 3rd, Bodweller in 4th, Jonas in 5th, good job by him. Jamie in 6th, he predicted that he would be in the top 6. Boji on his debut 7th, well done to him. Nick in 8th, Liam in 9th, and Stevie rounds up the top 10. The rest of the guys, Gasman 11th, Pineville 12th, Razor 13th, then White Eagle, D-Boy then, only one face, not sitting on lap time. And Danestar with that disaster disqualification.
Yeah, absolute disaster for him. And he'll have to fight his way through. But, you know, the rain can cause even more mistakes around a trickier track, to say the least. So confirmation, it is raining, and the drivers are going to now look at their strategies, look at their fuel, play around. They can adjust their... What do you remind everyone, Sean? They can adjust their front wing. What else can they change to help them in these wet weather conditions?
Well, you can only, just, change 3 things. That is only your front wing, your differential, and only the front brake ride. That's the only thing you can change when park firmate is locked. So that is the thing. But I think still, despite rainy conditions, I would not prefer just to change everything around, even though it's your wings, because it can still make up for disaster, So I would just do that front wing and just adapt to the wet weather. And I think, we are already. Oh yeah, Alex said it. Pineville said he pressed it too early, so I think he just busted himself. So
definitely not a good way to start.
10-second time penalty. Oh, we already have drivers into the wall, so that's a good sign of their formation. Huh?
Alrighty, so we presume everyone will be on this intermediate tire. Let's just give you confirmation of that. We flick through. Yeah, everyone's starting on the intermediate tire, so that's confirmation. As we flick through the order, and Jorit CXY, they had a titanic battle last time out, as we mentioned earlier, in the wet weather conditions last time out, and we've got some more of it here tonight. So it's definitely, and your tire temperatures are going to be key, as we see Jorit sliding through turn 5. This is a very difficult track in the wet weather conditions.
It's indeed difficult, because you want to be on the power as early as you can, but now with the wet weather, you have to be a little bit careful. So I think drivers need to adapt for a lap or 2, but I think they will ultimately find their rhythm. So I think I'm not really too worried about it that much. So I think they will pretty much adapt to it really soon. And yeah, with wet weather, I think it was Nick also that's in wet weather. He just used up his tires a lot, and we saw him just drifting. Or I think it was George. Can't quite remember. It was one of those Mercedes drivers that he was like struggling on those tires, and having the most insane drift sessions I ever saw in my life. So, but yeah, and also Danestar, he's also pretty good in the wet. So I think we can have an eye out of him.
He definitely is. He obviously stormed away last time out in Germany when we had rain. But look at this as they all come round the final sector to form up on the grid. This is the 12th time they're heading towards the 5 red lights. So 12th time in the commentary box together here, Sean. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at OneHub Racing. Danestar, your championship leader, comes up the rear to complete the formation lap. And Sean, we are in for a real treat here tonight.
I'm ready. The beer is still here, so let's go on with it.
I've got a rubbish camera angle. There we go.
2 meter. Second place, yeah, there we go.
5 red lights, round 12, the podium tier. We're in Hungary. It looks like it's not raining to me, but let's go racing. And it looks like CSY's got a brilliant start. It's right on board with Jorit. It looks pretty even. The Force India's definitely got a good start. He's challenging as we're going to go. 3 wide, possibly. It looks pretty cautious from everyone. The 2 Renaults and Red Bull getting very close. Danestar up 5 positions already in that Red Bull.
In the points already.
Down the inside. That's for 9th position. Surely he's going to have the extra grip, the extra pace. And the top 2 stay as they are. Bopituela up in the 3rd. So the Force India lost out there. But everyone keeping it pretty clean so far.
Yeah, and Jonas just lost also quite a lot of position with Danestar. He must have a monstrous start, because he gained 8 freaking positions. I mean, I didn't even get that so quickly, so well done to him. Ooh. I think Steve lost out of position. They go side by side into the chicane, so Yeah, still no broken front wings.
Yeah, it looks. I was just about to say, I haven't seen anyone look like they've got front wing damage. So everyone, obviously, in these conditions, you know, keeping it tidy, keeping it on the road, because they know, you know, one of the smallest mistakes can, with grass either side of the track all the way through, pretty much, it can end your race quite quickly.
It's now down to 10th place. Yeah, he lost now on 5-0, but he's going back down the inside. It was pretty deep, but I think he can still make the corner, although Rival comes back, but yeah, he's back out, so...
Oh, Danestar goes deep into the last corner. He's going to get a brilliant run, though, out of it.
And that's the one you have to get. You know, there's one right, but you win so much time over there, so... Great job. He's going for Jonas? No, that's too far back, but yeah. Brilliant start by him.
Jamie up into 5th position, by the way, so a good start from him in the Haas. What about this? Jonas and Danestar now. They're 1st and 3rd in the championship standings. They've had a few ding-dongs so far this season. Can we see another one here tonight?
Well, hopefully we can, because we have 35 laps, so hopefully they give us some entertainment.
I'll tell you who didn't have a good start, the Renaults. Both Renaults have fallen down the order.
Oh, yeah, true.
And what's that? That's Rex.
Wow.
He saved it from the barrier. He's going to lose a few positions from it, but he kept it out the barrier. So, as he hit the curb, he needs to be careful. Turn your engine down to lean, get your car under control, and get back in the rhythm, right, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, that was a close call. I mean, and I think we see Nick is a little bit struggling right now because we have a train falling out. I think, yeah, from the new drive from Boji. I think the new drive is struggling now with the wet weather conditions, and we see Nick going pretty wide. There goes Dacer down the inside of Jonas. A little bit wide, but still fair.
That was a very good move. And in case you didn't see this week, Sean, Danestar's been signed to our One Hub Racing Esports team. So
there goes
that just shows you why.
Down round the outside, no, but
it's going to get a better exit. As he's half spins, keeps it under control though. Jort's going to have the inside here. We know Jort isn't the best on his tires in these conditions though.
No, but we have also and Danestar has Paul. Yeah, he's Paul Jones anyway. Yeah, that was completely anyway. He goes down round the outside of the new driver, Boji. Oh, he sticks it. I would really. There goes. Man, that's a close call, but
look how close the top two are. And look at this, the CXY gonna have a crack here.
Oh, not down the inside here. No, that would be. I mean, you have to be already side by side before going the corner. If you want to dive from there, I mean, that's just asking for disaster. But I mean, the top 4. I mean, look at this. Still pretty close to each other, so...
Danestar gets ahead of him now. Round the outside of that one. He just touches his front.
A little touch.
That's a little touch to say, hey, don't forget I'm still here, mate.
Oh, only one phase has spun rounds.
And look at this, here comes Jonas now. It goes down the inside. And gives him room. Credit to the Williams. It's always good to see when a new driver comes in that, you know, he's you can see no one stopped, but yeah, it gives him space.
I mean, if I look at CXY, he's getting a much better exit in last corner than Joy, but I think he's now too far back to make some sort of dive bomb. But yeah, it's already having some entertainment right now. I'm loving it.
Yeah, this is a good look at down the order. How many 0 point somethings that you see?
Booty. Wow, I don't know what he did, but Jonas didn't even make a move, but he went so wide. I mean, I think he just lost his braking point, and yeah, Jones is now back to P8. I mean, that was a very unexpected. I don't think he let him go through, but that was very unexpected on my screen.
Here we go, we've got a battle here now between Liam and Boji. So Boji's struggling in these conditions at the moment. Liam ran a little bit wide there. And everyone's so far staying away from that inside curve. And Liam's going to have to just hold tight. And you have to imagine fuel and ERS around this track is going to be quite easy to manage through this twisty sector when you know you just can't pass anyone.
Yeah, but if you want to be on the throttle, I mean, your fuel goes still like, you know, go down a lot, but your ERS, you can, you can pretty much a lot save it, so drivers don't need to worry about that much, but it's more the fuel, because if you accelerated, then the fuel load is gonna be dropping off a lot. So hopefully drivers have some sort of lot of fuel in the cars.
Just being and Nick spun on the inside.
Nick spun round.
He's got to be careful when he comes back onto track. Is he ghosting? He's gonna go on the grass to make it back. And that was as Danestar was passing him, so he must have just touched the inside curve perhaps there, Sean. That's another curve that, easy to spin you quite at slow speeds.
I haven't saw it. I don't know if it does. I don't know if I think they didn't even touch each other.
I don't think so.
No, so I think they just touched the curve. I think then. I mean that's.
I was just riding on board with D-Boy Dan and White Eagle, who were pretty close through the middle sector there. White Eagle dropping off slightly now. Jorik gets his first time penalty.
And even for the lead of the race, so that's a bummer right there. And CXY is all over the place right now, 5/10 of a second. So that's not really the way right now what George is doing.
No, definitely not. He obviously wants to push the limits. As we're riding on board with Liam and the new driver Boji through this middle sector. Gaz has now come to join this party as well. So Boji holding these guys up a little bit, but perhaps he's just managing his tires in this opening stint. We don't know how long this rain is going to last.
No, but it's just his pace, so he can decide. And it's a new driver, so I think he can experience just a little bit of nerves, but he'll be alright with it,
And look at this, Jonas is right on the back of Danestar now, so Jonas not giving up this Ferrari.
Danestar, but we know Danestar, his rear tire is just burning up quite a lot, so hopefully, Oh, we have now a bad comment from Hello City. We have to place our bets. Will Boswell disconnect or will he drive until the end? Well, I'm gonna give that to you, Nick. What's your prediction?
Oh, he hasn't proved too successful with his connection so far this season, but let's give him the benefit of doubt. But Boffy Dweller is very good in the wet conditions, so let's see if he can. He won in one of his first races here in season 10 in the Sauber around Austria, as he now gets himself a time penalty.
But
I think most drivers will get a time penalty around here. Particularly it's that turn 4 that is really difficult. So if you get one earlier on, perhaps it gives you that bit of breathing room.
I think so, yeah. But even though he's a great driver, but his internet is so inconsistent. So I think he will disconnect once, but I will be at the middle. I'm gonna say that. So sorry to you, Bob Dollar.
Oh, Nick's hit the wall. Nick's hit the wall. He got on the power too early, and the other other Renault's just gone through. So Nick not doing as well in his Mercedes as Jorik is in his.
Jonas is still right off the back of Danestar, by the way. He's still not giving up though, so that's surprising.
I think wet weather conditions around this track makes it even more difficult to pass, Sean, because you just can't get the traction out of those slow speed corners. They take different lines, force someone to go to the inside. It's just going to make it even more difficult as Nick comes into the pits after that damage, so he'll be on an alternate strategy now to the rest of the field.
Not really a great way to start your race, but hopefully you can fight it through and maybe a miracle will happen, maybe a safety car, so you never know.
You never know, and there's plenty of laps here to go. A 35 lap race tonight, with the lap time being quite short compared to some others on the calendar. And Jamie doing a good job at the moment in 5th position, and with yellow flags Rex is retired from the race. What has happened?
Is that
looks like turn 4. Yeah, it looks like on the outside curve into the inside wall. And I wonder if we'll see a safety car or something.
It's quite dangerous on the track, to be fair. And Danestar is already at the back of Jamie, so I think Jamie's also struggling a little bit right now in those rainy conditions.
No, they've moved his car, so green flags will appear. As we head back to the front, Jorik still leads. Lap 8 out of 35 is what's been completed.
And the battle for 5th continues now with Jamie, but it looks like Jonas is now pretty close, but I think he doesn't use his ERS right now. So I think, and Lieberg has a 5 seconds to go for corner cut, and Nick has retired. Wait, what happened there? Oh, we have to wait for only one phase maybe to go down, but it does have sector 2.
I think that's just before the sector 3 split on that fast right-hander.
Wow. That's interesting.
We can't see him at the moment. We'll have to wait for only one phase's gap to close. Then we'll switch over. But it's all pretty tasty at the front here. He's left the session, not happy with his race here today.
It must have been in that corner before you enter the second sector split. I think it's that corner. No, wait, this happens here. Only one phase won't go through.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's happened before the fast corner. So
I mean, you rarely crash there. Even as in wet condition, you rarely crash there.
Only one phase is very difficult position when the cars are overtaking. She's off the track, but fair play to her moving out of the way with no regard for her own race.
Respect.
Yeah, she's on the grass now, so she'll just need to get back on, get some strength into those tyres, some temperature, some confidence, and yeah, Jamie's struggling.
Yeah, 5 for 5 is now looking quite tasty right now.
Jamie will know though how difficult it is to pass in these conditions, so as long as he doesn't make a mistake and exits his corners nicely, he knows that passing is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, so I think Danestar will not have like the easiest time, I think.
Plenty of hers as well to defend with.
Yeah. And still Jonas behind his mirrors, you know. I thought, you know, with Danestar's space in the reds, I thought he would maybe go breeze down Jonas, but Jonas is still within a second of Danestar, so still holding on, so fair play to him.
Oh, only one phase has left the session. So disconnection looks like.
I think it's disconnection, yeah.
We'll have to see if she can get back into her Toro Rosso. Her teammate's currently in 13th position. D-Boy Dan, we know he's got a penalty for corner cutting, a 5-second instant one, so it must have been perhaps through the chicane. Didn't make the braking zone, but look at this battle for 5th all over the back of Jamie. And look at the battle for 1st as well. That's down to just a couple tenths. CXY, is he going to try something down the inside here? Jurek gives a half a car length. Half a car's width, I should say, and yeah, it's all about this exit.
I mean, CXY goes pretty right, so he will get the benefits. Look at this, you know, much better entry speed. So I think here we go then.
Is he going to try riding on board with CXY? I think he's too far back. He goes, looks at it.
He wants to try it, but that's too far back.
And look at the two behind as well, a drill dock right on the back of Boffy Dweller. So he wants that podium position at the moment.
Oh, Jonas! Oh my god!
Down the inside.
Danestar. The Danestar gets a better grip, but wow, that is a very unexpected one.
I think that's a message that's a message to Danestar to say, I ain't just going to sit here and play ball, you know. If there's a chance, half a chance, I'm going to take full opportunity.
Right there. Wow, yeah. I mean, Danestar already took the corner, and all of a sudden, just a World Ferrari just appears in his mirror. So,
look at this battle as well for 8th position, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all within DRS range. Of course, it's not not enabled, but all within DRS range of each other.
I wish it was enabled even in raining conditions. That would maybe some entertainment. Actually, yeah, Bougie is still doing his job. You know. I mean, the guy said, and Botwell gets, I think, his 2nd penalty of the day. And yeah, I think even Boja, you know, the guy still can't pass him, you know, so he must doing some corners right where the others don't. So, and there goes Liam, very close to the back of Gazelman. We almost hit him, so yeah, I think the 5 for 8 will be go on. And CXY is go down the inside of the race leader Jorrit. They go side by side, but I think Jorrit has the better traction, so he still has to lead for now, but he is in the slipstream. He goes down the inside again.
Jinx.
I have a rubbish camber ankle.
And riding on board with CXY is going to get a run here, but turn 4 is not the best place to try a pass. Is he going to? Jorrit covers the inside. The outside isn't really available either.
Oh no, that is now. I mean, you have to already be down the inside if you want to make that move, but man, that was a close call.
Good defending from Jorrit there, it has to be said.
Yeah, it has to be said, yeah. So, what for the win?
Danestar's dropped off for Jamie now, so perhaps,
1.5, yeah,
doing some tire saving or something like that.
Yeah, I think his tires are maybe up. Maybe pushing this too hard, and I think Jonas is just sparing his tires, you know. So, I don't know, but yeah.
Look at this battle for 8th. We've got a helicopter shot here through the chicane, but all 4 cars very close to each other.
Look at
Stevie's
this, they still
dropped off a little bit.
So, I mean, they still can't pass him, so I mean, props to Boji then.
Danestar and Jonas. Jonas going down the inside. Danestar has to give him room.
Oh, excuse me. Just about giving room, but he's now very close. And Botwell is now the fastest lap time, so he wants to close.
Danestar's in the pits.
Oh, Dan's in the pits. Wow,
so you were right. His tyres are obviously, you know, not in the best shape. Yellow flags in sector 3. What's happened there?
Is Liam? No,
is Liam? Yeah, Liam's had an incident.
Yeah. I mean, Danestar, that's early. Oh, broken front wing as well. Wait, he has a broken front wing. What?
Maybe he picked up damage at some point.
I don't sound struggling. Oh, he's going on the mediums. Wait, it's drying up. He's on a medium compound of tires.
Surely is this time? I didn't even think about it, Sean.
No, but it's just not. I think it's not right for the tire.
I don't think so either. If he's got it right though, I think it's too early.
Move. It's too early. You can see it. You know, the spray still comes off the tires. It's too early for Danestar. This is too early.
How much is this going to cost him?
I mean, if you look at the drivers right now, you know, it's drying up. You can see that, but it's still nowhere near dry tires.
He's sliding all over the place.
You can clearly see that the Indians still have the better grip.
Yeah, he's having to go so slow through turn 4. He's really going to struggle here. And unless the weather dries up very, very quickly.
But I don't see that happen to
And let's go to the battle on board, because CXY is going to have a go here. Jorrit goes defensive. Here we go. Side by side.
He's going to switch back. Jorrit still has the better traction out of that corner. So.
Oh, he goes down the inside. That's a dive bomb. Touches his side pod.
That's a Bottas move there, by the way. And Jorrit still keeps it there. Wow. But he's now
we know how good these two are at racing, Sean, and we're seeing it time and time again. Everyone else in the other tiers need to pay close attention to these boys, because they're showing everyone how it's done.
And Danestar spun rounds, and yeah, he breaks front wing again. And
he's retired.
Wait, what?
He's pressed start. Surely he's pressed start and retired. I mean, what's he done?
I mean, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Sure, your race is over, but why would you? I mean, that's not what I want to see, to be honest.
Oh, Jorrit's half spun. Jorrit's half spun. Oh, he spun it.
Oh, wow.
It's CXY. CXY goes through. Jorrit hits the wall.
You are kidding me. It's all happening here. I mean, this is the chance for Jorrit to set a good position, but
down to 4.
Yeah.
He'll have to pit surely now, but really want to pit when he knows that it's drying up.
I mean, it looks now much drier right now. I think.
I understand, you know, Danestar's frustration with the disconnection, but it has to be said, this race wasn't over.
No, he still couldn't make it, you know. I mean, look at the track right now against, you know, the.
And he has the speed.
It looks much drier.
Yeah, it does look dry now. It really does look dry.
I think Jorrit may will. Oh, okay, that's not the case right there. But I think Jorrit
may have called this right.
Suffer 1 or 2 laps. That's the only thing. He will maybe suffer 2 laps. But I think that's it. You know.
Stevie goes wide out the last corner. D-Boy Dan is coming towards the end of his lap now. But yeah. What on earth?
He's struggling as well, so I think
has happened.
Is right there.
Oh, Jonas gets ahead of Jamie, so Jamie's trying. It's getting right now. Sure, it's at that crossover point, isn't it?
I think it's a crossover point. I mean, you see, look at the drivers right now. They're just struggling. Look at CXY, just struggling with the car. This may be the big mistake Denzer has made right now. I mean, the track is now drying up, and he pitted like 2 laps early, I think. So, I mean, that's a big mistake. Why do you come to the pits for a set of inters, I think. Yeah, inters. I mean,
Jorrit is struggling. Stevie's about to try and pass him, so I mean, Jorrit was forced into that position, you know. Danestar didn't have the wing damage
Hotwell goes into pits. I think he goes for mediums.
So does Jonas, as Stevie gets past Jorrit. So if they're all going to go for mediums, they're all going to be struggling here. Jamie's in as well, and so is Gaza, so is Fuji. This is going to be some driving on ice laps, but look at this. What's happened to CXY? He's been passed by Drilldoc, who's taken the lead of the race.
Yeah, wow. We miss. Oh, he hits the back of him. Yeah, I don't see him blowing from the thing right now, but yeah, they was enabled. They made the perfect call.
They made the perfect call.
They made the perfect call, Nick.
Jorrit's in. No, Jorrit hasn't come in, so Jorrit's going to be okay from this. He hasn't lost too much from it, I don't think.
And he has DRS right now. So we can push now a little bit. Yes, yellow sector 1, that's for... Sorry for my Oppo sons, but... Oh! No! Azulok, what are you doing, my man? You're hitting the wall there and... from wing damage, but look at the struggling right now. This could maybe be...
Razor in 3rd position at the moment as well on those inters still, so he's just trying to get back to the pits. But this race was going so simple, and it's just turned on its head with this, you know, Danestar and the pit starts with the weather drying up, and yeah, anyone on the mediums you would have to say can go to the end of the race on this set of tyre.
Easy. Yeah, so Danestar should have done the time in the session.
Even if he would have come into the pits again, he surely would have been top 10.
Look at Jorrit already passing Jamie.
His tyres are up to 10. So the top 2 exit the pits, and it's going to be between these 2 at the moment.
Yellow's in sector 3. So I don't know what happened there. Razor into the pits. So George climbs up back to 4th then, so... I think he still hasn't missed out that lot, but... For sure, Razor is going for the Ultra Source. Hey, that's not
Razor's going to 2-stop this one then.
Wow, this race has just turned over like mad.
Obviously, Jorrit's lost time in that, but his tyres are up to temperature. So if he's got a good pace in this dry weather condition, then you know, he'll definitely push on and see if he can.
I'm looking forward right now. You know, it's 11 seconds. You know, it's not really that big of a you know. Of a gap, you know, everything can happen, and Jonas gets his first time.
I believe, yeah. So no one within DRS except Razor, who's on those ultra softs. Understandably, he'll be flying.
Yeah,
not the ideal strategy, but yeah, CXY is the only other driver.
Here's now the DRS, so maybe we see a dive bomb right now, but. I think not. Bodwell has the fast that time, 24.5, so the track is still drying up. And George gets closer within the seconds right now.
CXY looking for the opportunity.
Ooh, that is...
Razor is going to go for a move on Gaza here. He's got a brilliant run out last corner. Should they send this down the inside? Gaza won't fight it too much.
No, I think not.
Both, of course,
I guess his first time penalties. Yellow
race premium drivers.
But Razor's coming back. No, Gazman is coming back, excuse me. Yeah, but I mean, Razor's tires, you know, he's going to be done after 2 laps. So, he needs to make the most out of it as well he can. And yeah, CXY has, and Razor gets his time penalty as well.
I think you're going to see lots on, because the grip difference between what they were on to what they're on now is just it's so difficult to get used to that extra grip. You know, you turn in a bit too early, and yellow flags in sector 2 now. What is that for?
I don't know. It's quickly cleared.
Yes, it is indeed. So CXY always prioritizing his exit onto this straight, and look at the exit he's got now. He's going to have a go. I'm telling you, CXY is going to send something down the inside, either this corner or the next one. He sends it.
Oh my god! Did he lose his front wing? I think not, but that was a very close call.
Just to give everyone information, the pinnacle tier has been delayed by 5 minutes, so it will start at 8:05 PM. So if you're wondering, that is our middle tier. You've got Jamie and Jono in the commentary box tonight. So of course, Jamie joining as soon as he finishes the race with us.
Of course. And yeah, but I think if Adrilo doesn't do any stupid things, you know, he hasn't got a time penalty. CXY has, so we may even have like a shock result.
And this is a track where, you know, you can be slower, slightly slower, and, you know, hold the car back. As long as you nail your exits, save your errs.
I mean, look at. I mean, this has to be the one to move, surely. That, oh my, no, that's. I think Edward is just faster at the right moments, and CXY is fast like at the moments that doesn't matter. I think so. He's doing something good right now.
Definitely is. This is a battle for the lead. Lap 19. Right. They're going to complete. He creates the fastest lap of the race. He creates his own exit. Down the inside.
No,
and Driller Doc gives him half a car's length, but he's going to have the inside for the next corner. Surely he's going to keep the inside. He doesn't need to. In fact.
No. But
Razor's tyres have gone off a little bit. Gaza's keeping him within DRS.
Yeah, I think his tyres are now pretty much done. I think. Has to be expected. Yeah. Adrilo doing fantastic. I'm satisfied with his pace right now. He's only his second race. I'm very pleased. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, last time out around here, Beastas won ahead of MLA, and you, Sean, you finished in third position on the podium. So you know what it takes to finish in the top 3 around here. If you want to check out Odem's track and history guide, you can go to www.onehubracing.com, and you can see last time out and a look back at a featured race that was season 6 that involved a battle between myself and Jono, who were teammates at Mercedes, and Chris and Tempfear, who were teammates at Williams. That was pretty heated as Adrilo Doc sets his fastest lap of the race.
There we go. CXY, no, he doesn't go for the move. My god, he's going so close to his car. I'm just thinking he's breaking his front wing every time, but this has no.
He's trying to force Adrilo Doc into some sort of mistake, isn't he?
Yeah, but somehow, you know, his exit in the final corner is always just much better from Adrilo than CXY right now at the moment. So, I mean, he's doing something right then. So, and Jorrit is now closing up to Botweller. 8.5 seconds, and I think he hasn't got any penalties, I think, Jorrit. Oh wait, yes, he has a penalty. Yeah, never mind then. And if he gets the gap to 3 seconds, Jorrit, then he will get third place. And Yellow's in sector 2, that's... I think that's for Gasserman. Oh, Gasserman spun round! Gasserman is spun round! Lost his front wing! He's lost his front wing in turn 5!
We know what corner that is.
He must have hit the curb. He must have hit the curb. That is...
And this is a painful sector to drive an F1 car without a front wing, as you're about to find out if we ride on board with Gaza. This is, looks like it could be today. Red Bull scored no points, and we were saying earlier on...
That's the first.
You know, there's 43 available. Look at the Ferrari boys up there. They're going to capitalize on this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one hell of a great result. I'm going to see one.
Yeah, this is...
And we also got... I'm also getting a compliment. from Vernon Drums. Every time I watch these live streams, you guys sound more and more like professional F1 commentary. Brilliant. So, thank you very much for the nice compliment. We will appreciate it.
Gaza into the pits now, and his Red Bull crew are going to have to do swift work. I think he can still break into the top 10. Surely he'll fit the soft tyre and go to the end of the race. Yeah, that's indeed what he's doing. But his teammate disqualified with a wheel disconnection in qualifying. Started from the back. A brilliant start. A wrong pit choice. Gaza, he fought his way through into the point scoring position, and then a mistake at turn 5 has ended Red Bull's hopes here today of definitely a podium, let alone a top 5 finish. Definitely. Can he sneak back into those points? We'll have to follow him just there. But Razor, 5 laps on those ultras. He's going to have to come in shortly, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's done with those guys. Can't be. And yeah, and still CXY still isn't able to pass Edulok. So I think he's just saving his time now a little bit, Edulok. But
I think Adrilodox, what he's doing is he's making sure that he's nailing his exits, and every time that CXY thinks about putting his nose in, he's just compromising his own exit. As he touches him.
He hit turn 5.
And the sun's out here now in Hungary to finish off. Lap 22 out of 35. It's still all to play here, Sean.
Yeah, and I'm unfortunately running out of beer, so I can't get a new one right now because it's now too damn excited, so we have to do it without it. But I think we still have like a very, very entertaining race for us in store. And even, I think even at the back of the points, with now Gasolin, I think, yeah, I don't know, 29 seconds? I think that's a little bit too far.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it depends on how they look after their, tyres and things like that, mistakes. But one thing that has to be said, Sean, the entire race, all 23 laps, well, we're on 23, so all 22 laps that we've completed, the top 2 have always been under a second between each other. CXY goes down the inside. Is this the chance?
This is now the move, I think. No, it isn't. Wow.
Adrilodox just gives him room when he needs to, but just nails his exit. And CXY, the frustration under that crash helmet is going to be absolutely building and building, and you have to say, before the end of this race, he's going to send it.
I mean, to be honest, every time it looks like that when CXY wants to go for a move, I mean, Edward can break so much later. Oh my god, no. Oh my god.
If Harris is watching, there's your answer to that one.
Yeah, I think I corrected my prediction. Well, I think I'm gonna have some words, with what I mean, I'm gonna get spanked in a minute.
Oh, he's back in. He's lost hardly any time there. He was almost expecting that with another controller ready to join back.
I mean, that's quick. If you can join back like within 10 seconds, I mean, that's quick.
Look at this. Adrilodox got himself a bit of DRS off the back marker of only one phase. As Gaza now sets the fastest lap of the race. Yellow flags in sector 3. Not sure what that is for.
I mean, to be fair, he's now back in his car, but George is now closed down again a lot, and Botwiller has one more penalty than George. So if he gets under 3 seconds, George gets into the podium position. So there's still a lot to play for right now.
There definitely is a lot to play for. Obviously, round 12, Sean. So we're getting towards the second half of the season, and Hungary started in light rain conditions, went to dry. The crossover point was a very difficult one, but the likes of Boffy Dweller, the likes of Jonas, Jamie, they all got it right, didn't they?
Oh, Razor,
Liam gets ahead of Razor.
He's still staying out on those ultras. What is he doing? I mean, your tires should be done like a lot.
Come in for a set of softs. That's what myself and Sean would advise.
Yes. A nice pair of softs, that will do. And you still gain the position, I mean, if he pissed it, and it's still right now close, but Adrilock is doing just a fantastic moment. Now he goes right. CXY, can he have now the
He's got a good run here. This could be the chance.
This has
We've got an overhead shot.
Game over.
Let's have a look. Adrilock's going defensive. So CXY switches to the outside.
He's going to get squeezed off, yeah.
Adrilock gives him room.
Wow.
And down the inside, CXY is going to have it. Oh,
I think that's
light
contact. Light contact, but I think it's still fair. There you go. Oh my god, that was close. That was close.
That was very dangerous. Ooh. That almost ended in tears. But look at that, Adrenadoc keeps the position. Yellow flags in Sector 2.
I mean, that touch was a little bit, yeah, I mean, that was expected, but oh, that's Gazerman, I think. Yeah, that's Gazerman. Oh, we're right.
So the Red Bull team having an absolutely disastrous race.
I mean, the touch from, I think, for Advila, I mean...
Look at Razor and his teammate now, as we head down.
Oh, yeah, he has to go through, you know, he's holding him up. There's no way, I mean, just... Yeah, that's the most smart decision, Razor. That's a smart decision.
That's sensible driving there from the Williams team. They know they're going to get both cars in the points if you know, if Razor can somehow make these tires last, but I don't think he'll be able to. Yellow flags in Sector 2 and 3 now.
Dainstar. Gazerman going slowly. Well, and there we go. CXY still on the back of Adrian. Still doesn't send down the inside. Doesn't work. And I don't think there's now going to be a more frustrated driver than CXY right now, trying to overtake Adrian for more than 10 laps.
Yeah, he's going to be very frustrated because he was behind Jorrit the previous 10 laps. Gazer's retired.
Retires. Oh wow!
So
is he in the pit lane? I think he's not in the pit lane.
It's in the.
I think he's not.
I think it is in the pit lane. Yeah, I think he's retired in the pit. So he's done the correct thing. Followed the rules. If you want to retire manually, you know that's what you should be doing. Stevie and Razor now having a little battle. Stevie into the points, Razor into the pits. So no battle there, but Razor will continue on another set of ultras.
I mean, he's not gonna make it, obviously. 9 laps? They're gonna blow out.
He did 9 before, so.
And Jonas, oh, he gets another penalty. I mean, he has the gap forward, but that's.
I wonder if Jorrit can get close enough to challenge Boffy Dweller for the podium. We know how aggressive Boffy Dweller is with his defending and overtaking, so that'll be an interesting one, particularly, you know, with it being so close to the end of the race when they meet, if they meet, we should say.
I think so as well, yeah, but I think he will pass him. Oh, and that's CXY's second penalty. No, yeah. I think this is his second penalty. So I think this is his race over, I believe.
Our Pinnacle tier is live, by the way. You've got Jono on stream at the moment, a double drivers and constructors world champion. So that's a man who's raced with us for many seasons, never lost a league race with us on a street circuit. So that's another statistic just to big up his ego. But yeah, join him over in the Pinnacle tier after the end of our race, or if you'd rather listen to him and watch the Pinnacle boys, you're more than welcome to head over there now on our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, though. That would be highly appreciated. But
yes, and
yeah, let's look at this. CXY, he's really gonna have a go now as D-Boy Dan leaves the session, currently in 11th position. Talk us through this one, Sean. Down the inside.
And if he finally gets it, I think this is the move, but
D-Boy Dan back in the session. Looks like CXY's got the job done, but I wonder if Adrenadoc knows about the penalty, and if he does, can he keep within that 3-second gap that he needs?
Wait, hold on, Nick.
No worries at all. While Sean sorts himself out or grabs another beer, either way, we're going to continue on with this battle for first position. As I said, it's been like this the entire race between the top 2 cars, whoever they may be. Yellow flags in Sector 3. We'll see if we can find it, which we cannot. As D-Boy Dan retaking control of his car, going slowly. Jorrit has got the gap down to a second, so he can see that Sauber. Wow. He can see that podium position, and he definitely wants it.
Yeah, but Oh man.
Buji's closing in on Liam as well. That's hovering at a second mark. Jamie, 6th position at the moment. He could gain if he doesn't have penalties, and Jonas does. So Jamie could be back in the top 5. Yeah. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Triller Doc hasn't really got an answer, but that gap between Jorit and Boffy Dweller really has come down over the last few laps. And as we head into turn 1, is Jorit going to think about it? No, he's been the driver who's been on his mediums for the longest, but there's plenty of life in that set of tyre. The hardest compound here available around this Budapest circuit, tight and twisty, but plenty of chances to pick up on errors, and the slightest of mistakes can provide an opportunity to send it down the inside, as we saw CXY do on the Driller Dock earlier on. Oh, Jorit getting a bit of a tank slapper as he exits the chicane. Jonas, as I mentioned, in 5th position, Jamie in 6th, Liam in 7th, Boji in his debut in 8th, Stevie G in 9th, scoring points for him. Razor in 10th position on that ultra soft tyre, as is D-Boy Dan. White Eagle down in 12th place. Only one phase we know she's disconnected in 13th place. 4 retirees, Gaza, Danestar, Nick and Rex. So both Red Bulls out of this race. And how much dent will their Constructors and Drivers Championships respectively take here tonight? Look at Jorit though. We're right on board with him as he hunts down with that Mercedes straight line speed.
Look at that straight line speed, yeah. Going down around the outside. Just still room though, so fair play to Botwiller. And oh my god, it's gonna end in disaster, I think. Nope, it will.
Side by side, Boffy Dweller not giving an absolute inch, is he?
No. I mean, oh, and yeah, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, we knew Danestar. Yeah. He doesn't even want to see the end of this one.
Yeah, he's not gonna be very happy at all. Yeah, and I think a miracle has to happen if CXY is gonna win this race, despite with all the penalties. So, but we still have like 5 laps remaining. So, and if he can have it, but Eduardo is gonna be still close to his rear wing.
Look at this, Jorit looking for that opportunity, hunting, stalking the car in front, just waiting to try and, you know, take advantage of Boffy Dwellers. Obviously, not as quick in these dry conditions as he is in the wet, but definitely got so much straight line speed, this Mercedes.
Look at this, round the outside again. He's not going for it, but he's going to do the switchback. Oh, he's getting held up.
Yeah, he got held up there on the switchback. Boffy Dweller doing just what he needs to do on the apex to stop that happening. Yeah. But will he try around the outside?
I think they hit it.
I think that was lag on my screen. That didn't look like any contact, but they head towards turn 4. Jorit might have to wait for another lap. What about Boji? What can he do?
Wow, he's close to Liam as well.
Yeah, and he looks good on the brakes there too.
Oh wait, Jorit just moved. Botwiller made a mistake.
Yeah, he has.
Wow. I don't know how
Turn
that
5
happened,
maybe?
But
Turn 5, I think.
I think so, yeah. Wow, that's unexpected.
Well, so, and Boffy Dweller dropping off, that he could be under attack from Jonas, and Ferrari will not say no to those extra constructors points, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know how many penalties those two guys have, but if they are less, I mean, and Jonas gets to 4th, I mean, it's still like every point, you know, it's now so valuable right now, because Mercedes are not going to score that amount of points. But Ferrari can gain such big points right now, so they need to grab every single opportunity they will get. So still all to play for.
It definitely is all to play for here at One Hub Racing. This is the podium tier coming to the end of round 12 in our 12th season with the league. So really getting into those double digits now. And as we head down to turn 1 with Boji, good to see a new driver coming on and really taking the fight to, you know, Liam, who's been here since the beginning of the season in the Renault.
Still going strong, but yeah, Boji, he will get the pass down, I think. I think he's not really a wet weather driver, but I think in the dry he has some decent amount of pace. So if he gets 7th place, I think that will be considering for him. I think a very well.
Good debut.
Position. Yeah, good debut. I mean, not as great as maybe others, but I think for his pace, I think that will be classified as maybe just as happy. I think.
Definitely
happy.
Doesn't
have any penalties, so.
Yeah, so he could move up the field from that. We'll have to wait and see confirmation as the drivers cross the line and we get official results. But Sean, what is also interesting is you know, Adriladoc, he got shafted in a sense back last time out in Germany with the huge lag. I don't even know what to call it, where he ended up about 100 feet above the car in front of him in the air. And you know,
I still don't know what it was.
We criticised him for retiring for that, but you know, look at this race. It shows you keep pushing on. We thought Jorrit had made a mistake, and look at him, he's back in the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Jorrit, you know, it was like a forced move, but he was still like right close to the, you know, to the crossover point. So he had to do it, you know, otherwise it would never come. So I think, considering, you know, the damage limitation, as I call it, because I don't know what would happen without the broken front wing. 3rd place, he will gain still valuable points over Danestar, who is retired, but I think the real gainer is going to be Ferrari now in the constructors. So this race has turned around 360, you know, just like the 26 race here.
Yeah, 35 just points at the moment gain. That's quite a big haul. But if you're interested in finding more out about One Hub Racing and joining the league, make sure you head over to our website www.onehubracing.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're constantly posting and tweeting all throughout the week. Lots of stuff to join in. Unlike any other, Sean, Media Day on the Thursday prior to every race on the Friday really gets the drivers involved in the race to dream, live the dream experience that we offer here at One Hub Racing. So yeah, it's fantastic to see 3 tiers, our pinnacle tiers live now, and that's another championship challenge. But speaking of challenge, here comes Boji.
Here we go, round the outside. He brakes later, but is he gonna do the switch back? No, he doesn't. He sticks around the outside, but oh my god,
I thought he was going to lose it there.
Excuse me, yeah. That was quite interesting.
Penultimate lap. I don't think Jonas can really close anymore on Buffy Dweller. Buffy Dweller's got that 4th place under control at the moment.
It depends on penalties. You never know.
Definitely.
It depends on penalties. I don't know who got the more penalties out of them. I completely lost count on that. But we're going to start the final lap, Nick. Lap 35 out of 35. If nothing happens, then I think, and I think Adrian's gonna get his first win, I think, then in his second race here. So, but
yeah, fantastic addition to the league. You know, if you can come in and, you know, win on your second race, first completion of a race. But what about Boji? He's not finished just yet.
I think not as well. So he needs to have just a good exit, and if he goes around the outside again, he needs to
do the switchback.
Just do the switchback, yes, what you said. But he's going pretty deep in that final corner, so that's not really what you want. He's not opening his DRS, now he has. He's not into his ARS mode, so or he knows that Liam has more penalties than him, or just saving tires, I don't know.
I'm not sure. We're in our final lap though. Let's head over to CXY. He's pushing absolutely. Is he going to be able to make this 3-second gap? Adriladoc is very close to that 3 seconds.
I don't know if he has a penalty or not, so
yeah,
we have to find out then.
Here we go. CXY comes across the line. He's weaving. He's happy, but has he won the race? Adriladoc comes across the line and steals the win.
It isn't. It isn't. Adriladoc. He's a race winner in One Hub Racing.
On F1, yeah?
On F1.
That's what you were going to say, as Jorrit comes across the line to continue his podium streak here at One Hub Racing in the podium tier. So, congratulations, Buffy Dweller comes across.
Jonas finished 4th.
Yeah, he jumps him. What about Jamie?
Wow.
So close, but...
that was Boji. Is that gonna maybe a one last move into the final corner?
Here comes Jamie, and Jamie stays 6th. Liam and Boji, how's it gonna end between these two?
Yeah, I think Liam just got this, I think.
Penalties would be key. DRS is open, and they stay as they are.
Yeah.
So just Stevie to cross the line. Both Renaults scoring points. The Ferrari team finishing 2nd and 4th here today. So that's a 30-point gain in the Constructors. CXY gains 18, Jorrit gains 15, Jonas gains 12 on Danestar. It's really shaping up, Sean, for a fantastic final 8 races or so. 8-9 races as we head to the end of the season, but today it belongs to Driller Doc. Congratulations.
Yeah, and for me it's an unexpected winner. I didn't thought Wim win as a race winner, so I think what we have seen right now, I think it's just a 26 race, you know. The big leaders, you know, just struggling in these conditions, and the less better drivers, you know, come to alive in these conditions. So well done to him, and also for Adriano getting his debut win. Not his debut, but in the second race getting a win. That is just a great feeling. So congratulations to him, and we have rain apparently.
Yeah, we've got rain on the result screen. So thank you for the XP. And Sean, do you want to run us through the order here tonight?
With all my players. So Adriano is now a race winner in one-up race. So congratulations to him, entirely deserved win. CXY in second place with too many penalties. Jorrit, damage limitation race for him. Great job in third place. Jones in 5th. Bodwell in 5th. Jamie, he predicted he's gonna be in the top 6. Well, finishing 6th, so get this promise. Liam in 7th. And Boji on his debut in 8th with fantastic battle all the way to the finish line with Liam. So well done to him. Steve G in 9th, and Debo then rounds up the top 10 in his Red Bull. So he gained some good points there. Ray's at 11th, 12th White Eagle, 30 only one face, 14 Gazzaman, who is retired. Same with Danestar, and disaster class for Aston Martin Red Bull Racing. Nick with that unfortunate DNF, and Primeval, and 17th place crashing out in turn 4.
Shout out to a Driller Doc, Jamie, Liam, Boji, and Stevie. White Eagle also getting no penalties. Commiserations to those who didn't finish the race. But a fantastic performance from our podium tier again, Sean. They're really putting on some brilliant races for us in the last few. And I'm ever looking forward to next week already. And we know what comes after Hungary, don't we, Sean?
Yes, and I also want to ask you, who is your driver of the day of this Hungarian Grand Prix?
It can only go to a Driller Doc. Second race at One Hub Racing, battles it all the way through. Was in 4th, you know, challenged at the start, was in 4th behind Buffy Dweller for a lot of the beginning of the race, and then comes home with no penalties and takes the win from CXY. So, congratulations to him.
I'm going to go with that as well. You know, if it's defending with CXY, you know, he did, you know, the defending at the exact perfect moment, you know. When CXY went down the inside, he braked later than him and somehow still managed to take the corner. So that was something I was just, you know, just watching with joy, you know. So I think I have to agree with you. I mean, he is going to be the fully deserved driver today, in my opinion.
Well, Red Bull falter, the rest take advantage. We had wet, dry in Hungary, and we head to Spa next weekend. The Pinnacle tier is live at the moment with Jono. Jamie joining very shortly after he just finished 6th position in the podium tier here tonight with us.
So check it out.
You have the Prestige tier at 9 p.m. You've got Jack back in the commentary box. He's so excited to get back and commentate on the top boys at One Hub Racing. Of course, joined alongside him is always Alex. So best of luck to them and all the drivers. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all for your comments. We hope you enjoyed. Sean and I will be back with another beer, another commentary next week, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe. Take care.
Cheers.